never let her deal with an animal of mine by herself. Little kids can't hold an animal in a way that's not comfortable for the animal. If I touch my head or someone else does, that doesn't bother me much. But if you touch a snake's head or maybe a lizard's head, they can get very frightened and attempt to bite. People our age know that. Now you know it. Little kids often forget. Something else. A little kid can hurt the animal by not knowing how tight to hold it. If you squeeze a leopard gecko too tightly, that animal is going to be badly hurt. And so that's another reason why little kids should be supervised when handling any reptile. Okay, another good set of pets for people with small children are box turtles. There are some of those around here. And bearded dragons, excellent pets. Another criterion that I often hear, since I do rescues, I want a pet that does not eat live rodents. Eating live rodents is grody. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to be anywhere near it. Okay. That's one reason why a lot of people buy iguanas. They're vegetarians. That's not a good reason to pick a reptile pet. A green iguana is a wild animal. It will bite your finger off. But it's a vegetarian, so it just won't eat your finger after it's bitten it off. Okay? So, when you buy a snake, snakes don't eat kibbles and bits, things like that you can buy at the grocery store. They don't eat salad. They are rodent eaters. Does that mean that you have to feed them live rodents? No. You can buy frozen rodents from vendors like some that are here and many that are online or sometimes at local pet stores, and thaw them out as you need them. Make sure you have the correct size rodent for the size animal that you are feeding. This little girl, this little corn snake is 2 years old. Someone at PetSmart told her owner when she got her as a hatchling that she should eat pinky mice, newborn mice. So for 2 years, that woman has been feeding this corn snake newborn mice. Do you eat the same thing that you ate when you were a baby? I don't think so. No. Well, now I've got this little girl healthy, and she is up to eating hopper-sized mice, not quite adult mice. Live ones? Nope. I get a frozen one, and they are killed humanely, put to sleep by the breeders, shipped to you frozen. You defrost it. Up to you if you want to use your microwave like I do, or your family might complain. Doesn't smell too good sometimes. Or leave it on the kitchen counter overnight, and then feed that thawed frozen rodent to your snake, or your carnivorous lizard for that matter. Another way to avoid the mouse problem, if you don't even like that idea, is to get a lizard that eats insects. There are very few snakes that do, but quite a few lizards that do, like geckos and bearded dragons, which are omnivorous. They eat both salad and insects. My friend here is not helping me too much, but that's all right. Okay, if you live in an apartment and you have very little space to provide for a pet, what good pets are there? What bad pets are there? It always puzzles me when I get a rescue animal in and the person says, my apartment manager just found out about my pet and either I have to go or it has to go. Now, if I were an apartment manager, I'd say, gee, here is a pet that does not chase the mail carrier down the street. It doesn't poop in the neighbor's flower pot. It's really a very nice pet. Doesn't bark at night, doesn't howl on the fence like dogs and cats do. So what is the big deal? I could understand if it was a reticulated python, it might be pretty scary. But anyway, if you live in an apartment, talk to your manager about having an, quote, aquarium pet, okay? So, a leopard gecko or fat-tailed gecko is a good choice. We also have around here some hog-nosed snakes. They're a lot of fun. They hiss, they've got flat noses like pigs do, that's why they're called hog noses. They're a lot of fun and they don't get very big. What's bad? Come over to our booth, our Northern California Herpetological Society booth, and you'll see one of these things that's on my shirt. It's a boa constrictor. That's the largest snake that I personally will take in for rescue. We have other people that take in albino Burmese pythons that weigh 145 pounds. Would you like to take that to lunch with you? Imagine what that is. Anyway, a boa constrictor is probably not a good pet if you're looking for a teeny tiny space. A sulcata tortoise as a baby is just a little thing. It gets to be huge and it lives over 50 years. Keep that in mind. Okay, suppose that you're not all that interested in interacting and playing with your reptile pet. You want something that makes a nice display. And as you walk around here, you will see some gorgeous animals that are both beautiful and easy to handle. One which is not, however, is a day gecko. Day geckos are bright green with a red band down the middle. They are beautiful animals. They are not good to handle. So don't get one unless you're looking for a pet that you can put on display in your living room and not interact with. Rainbow boas and green tree pythons, two snakes that look very much alike but really aren't related at all. Those need to be kept in special humidity. They're not, in general, not friendly snakes, even if they're captive bred. I have a friend who's a veterinary technician who had one, and even she fed her rainbow boa by throwing the thawed frozen rat across the room. She wouldn't get any closer to the snake than that. So, how about an albino Burmese? They're white or yellow, very pretty, but they're going to get to be 20 feet long and they're going to get to weigh well over 100 pounds. Great display animal, not one you probably want cruising around your house. Okay, what's inexpensive to buy and to keep? This is a normal colored corn snake. You will see at the show many animals that are very unusual colors. The breeders, in order to get those animals, have to keep crossbreeding and crossbreeding and crossbreeding, and they start out with a garden variety, pardon the expression, snake like this one. She's a very nice snake, but you'll pay a lot less for her, a normal colored animal, than some of the fancy colored animals you'll see at the show. What else? Inexpensive to buy. You can adopt from us, as I told you, for $30. We take in rescues. We make sure they're healthy before we adopt them out. But when you're looking for bargains, don't look at the local flea market. Don't look in general on Craigslist.
How much?
Many of those animals that are sold there are not in healthy condition, and there's no way to